This box right here, you saw the thumbnail, you know why you're here. This is something that is very heavy. Let's start out with that. This it's 12 pounds according to the UPS label, and it's supposed to be very cool. So I'm very looking forward to looking at this. Look at that. There we go. Let's just do that. So that's that. Oh wow. Okay. It's huge. It seems like it's bigger than the Master of Puppets box set. I know I'm not the first unboxing. Kirk did the first unboxing, rightfully so. And I am just coming along. I'm just showing you my box because I'm very excited about it. This is my second favorite Metallica record, being Master of Puppets being the first. But this is the first exposure I ever had to Metallica when my sister showed me the one video back in early '89, I think, whenever it premiered on MTV. So that was my first exposure to Metallica and to heavy music, and I was a young kid and I've never looked back, for better or worse. Let's get this stuff off. On the back we have all the goodies that are inside of here. There's a lot of different demos and live and a lot of great stuff. So let's open this up. It's nicely crafted. It feels like a solid, it's still like a cardboard type box, but it feels pretty solid as far as just overall construction. So we have this. I remember seeing like Jason Newsted wearing a shirt that had that on it, and I didn't realize that that's what it was. It was like the laminate for the, oh, there's the set list. So if you're familiar with the Seattle show, the live Binge and Purge record, this is basically that set list. Creep, Soul, Battery. They played according to this one, they played The Wait, which is cool, and Last Caress, so cool. Here are this is a cool little card. On the back of this card is a number. That number gives me access to all the digital, all this format, all of these items in digital format. So that's mine. You're not getting that. You're not getting any of this. You have to buy your own. But here are some very cool patches. So, one, Justice for All, Shortest Straw, very cool. I like this one a lot. It's probably my favorite Metallica song. I always go back to it. Of course, it's the one they rarely play, and you know, why can't I like Enter Sandman more, basically. And here's And Justice for All, because they play that one every 5 minutes. So, And Justice for All, and of course, the weird James face. I always heard that they made him, that he returned it and said, no, I want you to make me look sillier. I don't know if that's true, maybe it is, but in this case, he looks really weird. So, vinyl. This, see, And Justice for All vinyl. I think I have just a regular version of this but I think I have the Blackened Records version of it. I probably don't. I think I just have a regular one. So, liner notes, lyrics. If you're familiar with Metallica, you know this. This is the picture that's inside the record, and it's weird because I grew up with that basically, so I know this way too well. It's 2 vinyl. These are regular vinyl records. These are just black vinyl, as you can see here. This is they divided the record. It's a long record, of course, we all know that. So Blackened and Justice are on one side, and then I and One on the other side. Shortest Straw all the way to the last side. To Live Is to Die and Dyer's Eve only on one side of the record. So we all know it's a long record, and we all know that this that it would take up that much on a vinyl. So that's that. This is really cool. I've always seen this and never had it because I'd only ever seen foreign, I guess it's a lot of Japanese and European presses, so they're not cheap for what it is. But this has two songs. One is on this side, and on the other side, Seek and Destroy. Let's take a look at the back. So, Seek and Destroy is also live. February, oh, in Dallas. That's interesting. Reunion Arena, Dallas, February 5th, 1989, with 14,000 of our closest friends. Even has the lyrics to One. This is really cool. I'd always seen this and always thought, oh, it'd be kind of cool to have, but I'm not going to pay that much to have a bootleg, blah, 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 or whatever it is. It's just, but now. So I said Binge and Purge earlier. This is the Seattle show on vinyl. I've heard this show so many times because I remember when I first got Binge and Purge, it was around Christmas time, and I just listened to it over and over and over, and especially the Seattle show. So pictures from it. I mean, to me it's very familiar because I have that material, but it's really cool. I've never had it in a vinyl. I've only ever had it on CD, and that's it, just CD. I even bought the reissue on DVD because I'm a Metallica fan, but now I have it on vinyl, and I might actually crack this vinyl open and listen to it. That's the thing with vinyl, it will wear down, but I mean, it's meant to be listened to. So let's take a look at one of these vinyls. I think this is just black vinyl again. Yeah, regular black vinyl, but it has that cool Justice hammer with their faces on it. So this is cool. Encore Jam, Last Caress, Whiplash. This has Whiplash and Bread Fan on it. Or I'm sorry, I was thinking of the other one. Never mind. Better guitar solo. So side 5. This has a lot of material on it, and it's live. That Seattle set, they were in the pocket with this show. This is a really great show. So this was a great example of Metallica Justice era in complete. This is just like their perfect view of what you'd want Metallica. You want a Metallica, somebody who didn't know Metallica to see, so that way you get a really good feel of what they do and who they are. I think the Seattle set is it. This is really nice. Eye of the Beholder. No, I'm sorry, Shortest Straw. I literally read Shortest Straw and I still said Eye of the Beholder. So, the Shortest Straw has been pulled for you. This is really nice. Like I said, I really like that song. It's probably one of my favorite Metallica songs. What is this? Oh, okay. This is a little folder. I remember the Master Puppets had something similar to this, but this is the Metallica just notes. So you have a really cool note, little book here, or folder, and here are the actual copies of every song on the record, the lyrics. This is really great. Let's go, since I'm always yapping about Shortest Straw apparently. There we go. So here's the lyrics to the Shortest Straw. A copy of what they would look like on a piece of paper that James wrote. That's really cool. And it has another set list on the back. So a couple of passes of James Doodle. That's really nice. This is the thing that in the Master of Puppets box set I thought was an amazing touch. But this is basically like a tour book, a memory, like a memory book of the recording of the record, all types of stuff from this record. So I'm obviously not going to flip through everything, but obviously here is the Justice era Metallica. This is the first time I'm looking at it in person. I saw the unboxing that Kirk did, but here are all the types. Here's studio notes, notes of the songs, tracking of the songs. It goes in through. Here's still recording of it because it talks about the record or the video for one. A bunch of live shots. This is really cool. That's for Monsters of Rock when they opened. I think they were like the second on the bill, and then Dokken had to play after them. Dokken sucks. Anyway, I've seen them live, Dokken, before, and they sucked. I'm not a fan. But here, to talk more about Metallica, that's why we're here. Great pictures. I mean, this is the Metallica, the Master of Puppets one was really cool, and I really enjoyed it. Man, these are a lot of pictures. This is really great. I really enjoyed the Master of Puppets one, and this is just more of it. So I'm all about this. This is really great. Now, the big part of all of this is the music. So there's a lot of different cuts, a lot of different, there's riff tracks, here's the actual, like the CD book. Oh wow, I remember buying this on CD, and you'd get, see kids, before you downloaded it to your phone, you would actually listen to it on a CD, and before that a tape, but I'm old. What is this? Wow. This is the reissue on Blackened Records. This is how the CDs used to look. Those silver discs, some of you people may have seen it in your cars, those little slits, and CDs would go in there. So that's the CD, and here's the case for it. Yeah, I remember this. This is when I first got a CD player, however long ago that was. I think it might have been like 96, 97. I remember collecting all the CDs because I had all these on cassette tape. Anyway, rough mixes from the vault. So these are work in progress of the record, of the Injustice for All record. Rough mixes from the vault. These are fun to listen to because you hear a lot of elements, you hear things from other songs that are mixed in together with others, with Blackened has other stuff from other songs, and you see how all the riffs exist, and then how all the riffs got molded and put into what they ended up being, what we know, right? So here's a live record. So that's out of these two. Yeah. So this is at the Troubadour in West Hollywood, plus B-sides. So Bread Fan, The Prince, and then some more live stuff. Last Caress. So this is from the Troubadour in West Hollywood. I don't think I've ever heard this show, so this one might be one of the first to listen to. Interviews from the period. So these KSDT interview with Jason, Circus Magazine with James, Kanak from the Monsters of Rock tour, interview with Kirk, Metal Forces Magazine with Lars. This is great. These are really interesting because they're that timestamp again. There's just a period of time where this was all happening. This was all brand new. Believe it or not, at one point this was new. It doesn't seem like it anymore, right? But I don't think I've ever seen that picture. It's probably like a magazine or like European or Japanese press. Riff jams and demos. So this goes all the way back to 1987 with riffs from James. There's different Blackened riffs and Justice for All. And like, I don't think I've ever seen that picture actually either. It's like some of this stuff is brand new to me, and I've been around a while, been a Metallica fan for a while. So stuff like this is really interesting because we've probably never heard any of this. This is probably Lars and James have only ever heard this stuff, and whoever, Fleming, has probably heard this too. Maybe the other guys, but this stuff is really interesting to see how they make songs, because a lot of bands make songs a lot of different ways, and this is the way Metallica does it. So this is really a good insight into the band. Here's another live. This is from England, the Hammersmith Odeon. Cool shot of James. Back when he had hair. Long time ago. Oh, there's Kirk. Great shot of Kirk. It's 2 CDs. Basically, a lot of the same set. Wow, on this it says, note Blackened and For Whom the Bell Tolls are not included because they were not recorded. That's interesting. And there's radio edits, Eye of the Beholder and Justice for All, and a 1 radio edit. That's interesting. I don't think I would even think of having an Injustice for All radio edit, considering it's like a 9.5-minute song. Ooh, that would be interesting to listen to, just to kind of like cringe at it a little bit maybe. So that's great. There's a lot of stuff in here. So this thing's not cheap. So they did put some time into the way it was presented and the actual material. So you're getting deep cuts, you're getting things, like I said, I haven't seen some of this stuff. So this is from Long Beach Arena, December of 1988. So this is almost, as of the time of this recording, 30 years old. Wow. Somebody born in 1988 is going to be 30, or it already is 30 this year. That's weird. So, it's a lot of the same set. They would, at this point in their career, they would play a lot of the same set because that's just the way they worked. It was not easier for them, but they would be able to get tighter with it and play. Now they have core songs and then they change out the set every night. But back then they didn't used to. So it's a lot of the same stuff, from Blackened to For Whom the Bell Tolls, Welcome Home Sanitarium. This one has Leper Messiah live, which is great. That's another one of my favorite Metallica songs. Those are probably 2 of my favorite Metallica songs. I think we're almost done. It seems, like I said, there's a lot of material in here, which is great. This is a lot of bootlegs from Lars. This is And Camcorders for All of 1. So these are videos of 1, B-roll of 1, different songs recorded live by Lars. Really great stuff on this. A lot of video on this, apparently. Live at the Stone Ballroom, Justice on Wheels. Massa Ito interviews, raw live footage. So this is the last thing in the box. More Metallica playing live on stage. So this is a DVD. This is live at Stone Ballroom, August 7th, 89. So again, a lot of the same set. The Justice on Wheels. If you're familiar with YouTube and Metallica at all, you've probably seen it, Justice on Wheels at this point. But this is like an official release of it, which is interesting because I've only ever seen parts of it on YouTube. And this ought to be fun to watch, actually on DVD and in a proper format. So a lot of live video too on this one, which is nice. There wasn't as much with the Master of Puppets. So with this, I don't know how I'm gonna lift all this up and show you again one more time. Just put it like that. So that, if you're interested in the Metallica Justice for All and Justice for All box set, here it is. It's heavy in a couple of senses of the word. If you like this record, this is squeezing every bit of blood out of the And Justice for All stone for Metallica, and I am really happy with it. And the next thing I need to do right now is dust off my DVD player and break out my record player and figure out how I'm going to listen to a CD. I have a CD player somewhere. And Justice for All box set, really cool. I have a bunch of other stuff on YouTube if you want to watch it. You can subscribe and do all that stuff that all the YouTubers ask. I'd appreciate it if you did. So that was Metallica. Thanks for watching.